Hi guys and welcome. Today I will show you how to make Sonic as a fall guy. I use Polymer Clay. If you want to try it yourself, just follow the video. Otherwise, just take a look at the video. I hope you enjoy it. Depending on what clay you have, you sometimes have to mix your colors. It's really easy. What you need now is blue, a skin tone, white, a little bit red for Sonic's shoes, and a little bit of black. Start by making the body. Try to make it to a peanut shape. Pinch with your fingers and roll it. Cover your table with some plastic or paper, otherwise the clay might stain. When you're happy with the body, it's time to take the skin tone and make a round shape. Roll it between your fingers and push it against the surface to get it flat. I use the knife to turn it over a few times just to see that it really looks circular. Now I use a razor blade to cut it into two halves, but you actually don't need to do it. Then it's time to place it on the body. Be careful and try to get it as round as possible. Now it's time to make the ears. You need 2 small pieces of the skin tone and 2 small pieces of blue. Make them to triangular shapes and stick the brown to the blue. I cut them to get them perfect. When you put them together, don't push too hard, you might lose the shape. You need to be gentle with your fingers. And not to mention, if you use a razor blade, be careful with your fingers. When you put the ears on top, try to get them as symmetrical as possible. Now it's time for the eyes. Take a little bit of white and make it almost to a heart shape. You need to push and drag a little to get it to look like Sonic's eyes. Stick them to the head. I use the back of my knife to get the real look. Now it's time for the black. You need 2 small dots. I always cut away the end. That way I'm sure to get the same size when I cut. Put them on the white and you have the perfect eyes. Now it's time to start making Sonic's back look just like it should. You need 9 small pieces of blue. Start by rolling all the 9 pieces to small round dots. And then try to make them to look like grape seeds. I attach them to the back. Now this is a little bit hard to get right, but you just need to be careful with your fingers. 2 on the sides, 1 in the middle. 2 on the sides and 1 in the middle. Polymer clay is easy to use and work with, but sometimes you might need a little bit of practice to know how hard to push to get it to stick, but still don't lose the shape. Sometimes you might need the knife to cut the edges so that it looks really nice on the back. Now we have 2 more bumps to go and a small tail. It's time to make the arms. You need 2 exactly same sized browns and 2 small pieces of white. Push them together and roll them. This way you know they will stick. Just by using your fingers, you can pinch to get the thumb. I use the knife to get 3 fingers. Sonic has 4 fingers, 1 thumb and 3 fingers. This step is a little bit tricky. When you're done with the first hand, check that you don't make 2 left hands or 2 right hands. And then do exactly the same thing with the other arm. I make a small roll of white. Sonic has 2 round white rings on his gloves. I prefer to make them 1 by 1, but you can of course make both on the same time if you want to. By cutting with your razor, you get really nice, clean cuts. It's now time to attach them to Sonic. And as usual, be careful, don't push too hard. So now the only thing we have left are the feet. You need 2 small pieces of red. Cut them and roll them. And then try to shape them so they look like shoes. I use a mix of the skin tone brown and white to make the buckle or the shoelaces. Cut a small piece and just place it on the shoes. Roll it over and cut it again with your razor or with your knife. I roll a little bit. Then the next shoe, same thing. And now the only thing we need is a buckle. I use a small roll of black and I bend it so I get the buckle. And of course, I do the same thing with both shoes. Now we need to put the feet in the shoes. Use the skin tone and then 2 small dots into the buckles of black. And we are almost done. It wasn't that hard, was it? Now just let's get Sonic to stand. Put his feet in, and with the knife I make a small mark. Don't cut too deep, but it should look like he's got socks. Place the feet and put Sonic on top. And now we have Sonic the Hedgehog Fall Guys version. Thank you so much for watching.